have an incredibly irritating bite. Yep, you guessed it, mosquitoes. And even though these pests frustrate us at times, they do play a very important role in our environment. And we're going to find out why. Craig is a mosquito researcher and has been breeding these guys for 15 years. Craig, you have a lot of Mozzies. What is the fascination about them?
Well, I just love how many different kinds there are, the diversity of the way they look, and the fact that they can live in so many parts of the world.
Okay, so they can live pretty much anywhere.
Pretty much anywhere, except for like the coldest and driest places on the planet. You can find them anywhere.
Interesting. And I've also heard that it's not all mosquitoes that bite humans.
That is true. First of all, only the girls bite, the boys don't. And then there are whole types of mosquitoes, hundreds and hundreds of species, which never take blood from people.
Really? So we shouldn't really be going around spotting them?
No, that's right. Save the mosquito. They're not all bad.
Now we know where they live and who the biting culprit is. Let's check out the life cycle of the Mozzie.
Mosquitoes begin their life cycle as eggs. They lay those eggs on or near the water. Now these hatch if it rains on them, or maybe if they're like a saltwater mosquito, the sea can kind of come up and flood them in a pool. And then they turn into wrigglers or larvae, more correctly.
Larvae actually help the environment by feeding on microscopic organic matter in the water, helping to recycle it. And in turn, larvae become food for fish and larger larvae, such as dragonflies.
Then they get to a stage like a chrysalis, but it's called a pupa. And then they emerge from that, spread their wings, the wings dry out, and then they can fly. Here we've got adult mosquitoes, boys and girls that fly around. They can crawl around too and feed on nectar, but of course they can feed on blood as well.
They also feed on decaying leaves and organic debris. Adult Mozzies can find themselves being looked at as food themselves from some insect-eating animals such as spiders, birds, bats, and adult dragonflies. If we didn't have Mozzies, a predator could be without prey or a plant without a pollinator. And when it comes to Mozzies, Craig and Emily have got them covered.
Our group works with mosquitoes in captivity, so we can look at how long the eggs survive. We also raise them in different environments to look at survivability, and then we go out into the field and collect species in different environments. We also do some computer simulations to look at predicting disease outbreaks.
Wow, so that is a lot of research. What results have you found?
Well, results are ongoing, so we always communicate our results with different public health departments. But for example, we found that mosquito eggs from dry environments survive for longer periods of time than from wet environments. We've also found that there are some species of mosquitoes that look for hosts high up in trees as opposed to down by the ground.
How on earth did you find that out?
Well, we had to go out and set a bunch of traps at different heights, but we're actually going to go collect some of those traps now. So if you'd like to come take a look, we can do that.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Love to. Let's go. Alright, how many little suckers do you think we've caught?
Well, let's have a look here. I couldn't have more than 15 to 20 here. Let's survive. You might have picked up somewhere around 80 or 90.
Yeah, okay. What type of mosquitoes do you normally catch?
Well, the Botanic Gardens where we collected these ones, we normally get some Aedes mosquitoes and then a bunch of Culex.
Okay, and what type of research will these mosquitoes be used for?
Well, first of all, I want to just make sure that different types of mosquitoes are biting and looking for animals to bite at different heights. So we think some are up high in the trees, some are low. And also, if we can find some that maybe have some blood in them, we can identify the blood to see what sort of animal it came from.
Oh, interesting. So, even though they can drive us life happy, in a way, it's nice to know that these annoying little pests do have a big part to play in the world around us.